does being out there and making the run you took at that practice mean Thursday for you?
We'll see. Definitely working hard to try and get back there, but no definitive answer for you yet.
Were you encouraged?
Yes, I was. I felt great today. I took a bump or two that I probably wasn't supposed to, but that's hockey. So, I was definitely encouraged by today.
What does it mean to you to be the captain of the Buffalo Sabres?
Means a lot. I had a ton of people reach out and congratulate me, and just knowing that the respect of the guys, means everything to me. And I'm not going to change. I've said it before. I'm not going to change who I am, and you guys have known me for 6 years, and so it's just a tremendous honor, and I couldn't be more proud.
You haven't had obviously on or off the ice since you've been here, a straight line path in your career, your life. What does it mean to you to be able to persevere these 7 years through all you've gone through and to be recognized like this?
Yeah, it's my whole career hasn't been in a straight line, and it very rarely is. And you have ups and downs, and you deal with life and different situations on the ice, off the ice, like you said. And to kind of have the year that I had last year and be pretty healthy, and then continue to come into this year and feel good and have some stability. It just feels great, and obviously you make plans and God laughs, but it's been nice to get to this point for sure.
Kyle, there's no one in the room that was surprised by this. Obviously, they knew a captaincy was coming and knew that it was going to be you. But when you have it, presented over by the organization the way it was after you had a little family skate on Saturday, I'm wondering what those interactions might have been like around a group of people that you're not always with, meaning extended family members and things like that. What are some of the special moments from that day?
It was really special the way that they did it, and with my family there, and I was trying to wrangle up kids, and Kevin's giving a speech, and I didn't know what was coming. Then all of a sudden he starts talking about it. I'm like, oh boy! So I just had to look around and make sure my 2-year-old was somewhere, and Mitzi, he ran over to Mitzi and wanted Mitzi to hold him. So, but yeah, and then when it gets announced, and just from the guys, it's like more of it's well deserved, and obviously, and like you said, nobody was really surprised in the room, but just to have the people in the organization there was really special, and just to talk to some different people that you don't normally would, like trainers, significant others, and other people that are near and dear to the organization, to share that moment with. It was very special.
I'm assuming there was some discussion, maybe with you in private, with Don and Kevin, about being awarded the captaincy. What was that moment like for you when it became official?
It was pretty cool. Like, I knew it was coming, but I don't know. You never really know. Like, it just, But so when it became official, and it goes out publicly, and then you start to get messages, and it's just a different feeling, I guess. Just trying to answer some text messages and relax from the last couple days, and so I'm just really looking forward to getting going, to be honest with you.
You've done a lot of captain-like things here in the last couple of years, greeting new players and dinners and whatever. How much is a letter on a jersey? Does it change a lot of what you're doing, or is it
nothing?
The way you're on?
Nothing. I said it. I'm not going to change anything, and I kind of filled that role a little bit last year, I believe, and just I wasn't trying to or anything. It's just kind of how it happened, and so I'm just going to continue to be myself. And that's one thing too, is if you start to act a different way or do things differently, the guys see through that in a heartbeat, and you can't fool anybody. So authenticity is definitely number one on my list.
Darlene has earned an A on his sweater. As you've seen him grow and everything, what do you think? What have you seen in him that he has earned that A?
He's just so comfortable in his own skin, and he's obviously continuing to grow into a star player, and he's only going to get better on the ice. But that's just that's a portion of it, but there's a whole other portion that you guys unfortunately don't get to see, which is how he is off the ice and how he interacts with people and how he's taken it upon himself to, invite people over and just make people feel comfortable and just, he doesn't say a ton, but, he's an emotional guy. He cares, and when he speaks, it's very passionate, and it's from a good place. It's from his heart, and so he has earned that letter, and he's very deserving.
Can you explain just how over the last year or so a group of new guys really just became comfortable with who they are, and they just kind of I guess that's an environment you wanted to foster for you guys?
Yeah, it just happened, to be honest with you. We all come to the rink and we really enjoy what we do and being around each other, and it's not always the case when you play in the NHL, to be honest with you. Like, I've been on teams where you have certain guys where you don't really mesh with, and it's not as much fun to come to the rink, and this group just loves it. And I can't explain the environment enough. Is when we're having breakfast and everybody piles in and we're talking about the night before, and just like it's so much fun to be down in that locker room with these guys, and that's kind of how the culture has just grown over the past year for sure.
How much have you thought about being one of just 3 or 4 black captains in the NHL? How much have you taken that to thought, if any?
To be totally honest with you, that's the first time I thought about it. What you just said. No, it's fine. Tell you a little story. When I first got into the league, or when I signed, Jerome McGinley is half Nigerian like myself, and he was an idol of mine for sure. And when I first was in Bridgeport, he called me, and we spoke for about 15 minutes, and he just welcomed me into the league. And then so that moment was very special to me, and that's kind of the first thing that popped in my head was that he wore the captaincy he wore the C for Calgary for a number of years. So definitely a tremendous honor, and something that with everything that's going on in the world that I don't take lightly.
Do you think your kids understand what this honor is? Like, how do you explain this moment for you to them?
I don't know if they quite comprehend it. Maybe my 8-year-old a little bit, but my 6-year-old's like, oh, maybe you'll get to see this year, and he has no idea. But yeah, it was a fun thing for them. It was a fun event, and Odie, when Kevin was talking, and my son just wanted to go back on the ice and play. So yeah, I don't think they can quite comprehend.
Have you ever been captain at any level before?
The last time I wore it was I think 2005, and the only reason I know that is because somebody asked me about it this summer. So yeah, I wore it at the Holinka Gretzky World Cup. I think that was the last time. So a long time ago.
How much did it mean to your wife? Kevin mentioned her as kind of almost a leader, and with families and stuff like that. How much do you guys kind of take it as a whole family role?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really do much without her and without talking to her first and making sure that we're on the same page. So, the spouses, they go through so much in a season, and we're gone. Especially myself, I have, like you guys know, I have 4 kids, and so she's handling so much of the day-to-day logistics of our family, and it's a lot of stress on her, and she's trying to plan things. So she's definitely right there with me, and I can't say enough about how much she means to me.
Have you allowed yourself to think about, like, beyond this year, of what your future might hold here?
We'll see. I've thought about it a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to getting going, and I think we'll cross that bridge whenever is appropriate, and figure it out from there.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.